Hey everybody, Arthur here with another unboxing video. Today we have Neca's the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. And this figure I was really looking forward to. And the fact that we got this figure back out and he's hitting targets and everything, it's just awesome. And as you can see, the box just really is that classic movie poster and it looks fantastic. Got a lot of the detail down at the bottom here. I'll bring it in. Basically says Texas Chainsaw Massacre on all the sides. And then on the back, we have a little bit of a read up there. Picture of the figure wielding his hammer. All the cool little accessories, holding chainsaws, alternate mask. So very, very cool. And of course, you know, with NECA, they got the Velcro. We got the showing off the cool figure right here on the side, and then we get the figure all in its full glory of what you'd be receiving when you purchase this item, which is great. But let's get Leatherface out of his package. Leatherface out of the package is an amazing looking figure, and he does not disappoint, and he comes with a buttload of accessories. And I mean, all these ultimate figures that NECA's releasing comes with so many accessories, it's just I don't even know where to begin. We'll start with some of his weapons. So he does come with a nice looking hammer. Painted brown and like a gunmetal. Looks nice. We also get a meat cleaver. Painted brown handle. Blade looks good. No blood on the hammer or the meat cleaver. And then we get almost like a fillet knife or a skinning knife. Because I mean, he is Leatherface. He's got to peel that face off and wear it. But I love the little nicks that are on the blade. Just no blood. And then the handle itself too has some nice detail to it. Looks like it's made out of like almost like a branch, but it could be a deer antler as well. And then it has like the little piece wrapped tied around it. Looking very nice. And he comes with the classic. There's two classic, but one of them is he comes with a meat hook. Look at that blood on that. Thing is a nice, lengthy, meat hook. Like if you had a couple of these, you can hang them up and really have a meat hook going on. Very cool. Then the best weapon for last, of course, is gonna be his chainsaw. That thing is beautiful. It's got like weathering, got the blood, different tones of the blood. It looks so good. And it is made out of hard plastic, so I can imagine you got to be careful with this handle here. I'm putting in his hands and stuff because I can imagine this snapping very, very easily. Actually, and a matter of fact, I think my buddy, I got one of these for my buddy Ricky Dones, and I think his handle might have broke, unfortunately. But I love the two tones of red. The brighter red, it has almost like a shine to it. So it's like wet blood, and then you got the darker blood that does not have the shine to it. So good. The attention to detail that NECA does is insane. And then he comes with a alternate head. Now, when I was picking these guys up, I think I had 3, maybe 4 in front of me as I was looking over them, and I really had to make that proper choice. His wrist was hanging down a little weird, so I thought he might have had a broke wrist. And then he had on him this weird dark spot, which isn't naturally supposed to be on there. It almost looks like burnt or melted or something. But it's okay because he's filthy. So I took sacrifice of risking the wrist and that marking on his arm for a better head sculpt or paint apps on this one. Now, this alternate head, it looks fantastic, but you got to watch out for the eyeballs. The other two or three that I saw, the eyes were all shifted and looked awful. So I really risked the main figure over having a nice alternate head. The eyes are great. The little smug jack-o'-lantern looking nasty hillbilly teeth going on there. Thing just looks gnarly. Even got like a little bit of bald spot right there, and its skin's cracking, showing his real hair. Very good. So you can see why I wanted this. You know, it's an alternate head. It's got to be nice and clean, especially with those paint apps. And sometimes it's just dealing with QC issues is a challenge. Now, looking at the figure itself, the head sculpt that he came on is just, it's that classic Leatherface. Looks very, very good. It's a little tie and everything. And his shirt's all sculpted nicely and just painted very well. It just looks like a dirty shirt. So good. And this is actually fabric, so we get some soft goods when it comes to his apron, the blood on it and everything. Very nice touch. They could have done rubber or sculpted it into the body or something, but they didn't. Articulation on this too. His head can look left, right. Probably need to do full 360. Looking down and up is not the best. You can see that. And be careful with the, turning, because it does snag his little apron there, and I don't want to tear that with the fabric they're using. Tie is just a piece of rubber. Arms can get angled up pretty nice. Full 360. Single jointed elbow, and it pivots at the elbow. And then you can see that little closer up, messed up little area on mine, but it doesn't matter. He's a dirty looking figure anyway. Wrist rotation, and you get the wrist bend. Very nice dirtying and bloodiness all over his hands and stuff. It's very nice. And one cool feature, a little add-on they did, is they gave us the little bracelet, and I do believe they're teeth. He has teeth, like gold. I don't know if they're gold teeth. They're supposed to be real teeth, but he has the bracelet on. Let's see if I can get a better shot of it. There you go. Very nice little attention to detail. And I mean, that's what Neca is about, detail. And so we get all this awesome figure. Then we rotate him around. You can see you can remove the apron if you want to. I'm not going to. And he does have still some movement. His bottom pants, and actually his shirt might be rubber too, but you do get pivot and you get some motion out of him. Nothing crazy, but enough. His legs, they're tight and tough because it's fresh, but you can get him spread his legs that much. Moving his leg forward. Again, it's snug. You can get him up that way. He's got the knee bend that can only bend back so far because of the sculpt. But still looking really nice. And these little like cowboy boots look great too. Let's see if I can get a good shot of them. There you go. He's got like weathering and dirtiness on the bottom of his pants. The boots are even weathered a little bit. Come on, focus there. There we go. Really, really digging this figure. And honestly, it's like, and then you can see like the wrist when I bought it was like hanging like that, but just push it back in. Just a ball joint. No big deal. Got him all posed up, holding his little meat hook. The meat hook is held loosely in this hand. This one is a more tightly gripped hand, so the hammer itself is in there very well. And then I even got him all posed up quite nice and balanced. So he's got to mess with his feet a little bit, and you can get him into like a little bit of a hustle mode. I wouldn't say running or sprinting. He just has a little bit of hustle to his step, and it looks great, even with like how the apron folds with the knee being pushed out and everything. It's a great choice for doing the soft goods on that. Very, very soft. Very, very soft. It's very soft goods. No, very good choice on that NECA. I do like that. And even like his articulation with the knee bend and stuff, his ankles do have some little bit of give, which I didn't show you before, but you know, he can move it and have some pivoting and stuff. Enough for this type of figure. Definitely enough. Leatherface is a fun figure to pose up. I mean, you can get him in the typical I'm chasing you with the chainsaw. You know, legs still posed up nicely. Bounces very well. Don't expect him to get into some crazy ninja poses. I did not put the chainsaw into this hand. Out of all hands, this hand is very, very tight. And when it comes to hands being tight, they don't really want to bend around these because all these items and accessories he comes with are hard plastic. There's no, like the blade is a little bit flimsy, but not the whole thing. So the whole rest of it is a hard plastic. Even that hammer is a very hard plastic. There's no give in the handle or anything. So all these accessories could easily snap. If you're trying to put it into a very tightly held hand like this one, it has a higher chance of snapping. So just be careful with the accessories because you don't want them to break. And even when I was putting in this one, this is the looser hand, I was still paranoid that that was going to snap that handle off. You just got to be very, very careful when posing this guy. And you just sort of got to work the hands a little bit so you don't end up breaking his weapons. Alternate head looks great as well on the body. I don't know. Every time I'm looking at Leatherface, I just picture him going, "Rrr!" Like he's just, it's just funny. But that is Leatherface. I mean, everything about it. You know, I got him, you know, chasing after somebody with that cleaver and a skinning knife. But I'm sure with some nice dios for anybody that does that articulated comic book art or doing toy photography, I'm sure with some nice dios and some lighting, you can make this look fantastic. And really, it's a great figure. You know, he's one of the ones that are going with my horror NECA shelf that I'm going to have in one of my DTOFs. And he was just a must-have. I mean, my next one I need to get is the Dream Warriors Freddy. And then I'll have a Freddy, Jason, Leatherface, and so on and so forth. But this figure is awesome. It's so good. So that sums up my unboxing and review of NECA's Ultimate Leatherface or Ultimate the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. However you want to refer this figure, it's Leatherface and it's spectacular. I am not disappointed with this figure at all. And, you know, definitely if you're a horror fan and you want to have a nice classic horror shelf, he's a must-have. It's a no-brainer, must-have Leatherface part of your collection. Just make sure that you're cautious with the weapons. Don't let them break. And you also want to make sure that the paint apps and everything look to your satisfaction. So if you guys like what you saw, hit that thumbs up. Subscribe if you want to see more. And I want to make sure you guys check out Toyco Toys and Collectibles. The Facebook groups are down below. The community, interact with the fellow nerd, collector, talk figs, trade figs, have a good time in the Toyco community. And then also there's the pre-order group, which allows you to know when new stuff is coming out. Also allows you to get dibs on some great pre-order prices to where it gets delivered to your doorstep. Saves you gas, headache for trying to hunt them down. It just saves you time and money, which is always a good thing. But I want you guys to have the best luck hunting, keep on collecting, and have a beautiful day.